right, this is Mr. Walk That Walk, and we are back of another episode of Can You Connect? You know, and this episode is going to be on self love. So, first, we're going to start off with, defining your worth. What does that mean to you? Define it could be multiple things, it could be defining your worth in a relationship. So, imagining maybe how you want to be treated and how you would like to be treated, and maybe, asking for those things, because how can we get to where we want to be if we're afraid to speak about what we want in our own relationship? So I think that's a good one. And, thinking of our worth, when we're making our own business or if we're working somewhere, how high up we want to go and where we see ourselves there and being paid what we're worth because we're worth a lot. Creativity is like, it's priceless. I say it's priceless, but you should still be like paid for that, pay for your creativity, like especially if other people are benefiting from it. I think those things are very important. So there's different ways to define a worth and connecting with your inner strength, because sometimes we may not see it. Sometimes we may think that we're not as strong as we think we are. But if we're able to think about how we overcame different challenges and how we overcame different um, obstacles and seeing where that strength came from, then we're able to repeat it and for more maybe issues or bigger problems that arise because you already overcame so many things. Self love is learning to be happy with you, you know, making sure that you're enough for just you. You're not running after somebody to make you happy. Because once you find that inner happiness, it's easier to be in a relationship. It's easier to be happy in a relationship. Because if you're not happy, then you're continuously pushing that person to make you happy. And if they're not making you happy, it's like, how dare you not make me happy? And then they're looking at you like, but you were supposed to make you happy first. So, it's just something to work on, something to think about. And it's a journey. And through that journey, healing is important, allowing yourself to heal through wounds and allowing yourself to heal through, maybe past relationships or maybe family who you might have had a bad interaction with, or, family who maybe cut you off, or friendships and maybe friends who betrayed you, having those moments to heal from it allows you to be happy within, because if you're carrying stuff from the past, then how can you be happy now? So, just some things to think about, you know, and sometimes not being as hard on ourselves could help, being nice to ourselves, saying that we can do stuff, saying that we are capable. Those things could help. It can help your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. And your self-esteem develops over time through experiences. So if you're having a lot of positive experiences and positive affirmations, I'm sure that helps build self-esteem. If you're able to accomplish a lot of things, I'm sure that also builds on your self-esteem as well, you know. And also having that self-confidence in your own abilities to achieve what you're trying to achieve. I'm not saying we're going to be great in every single thing we do. But the skills you are good at, feeling confident in them, and working on feeling like you can do this, and you are capable, and you have results because you passed before, so you could pass again, and you could continue to move forward. And that confidence shows up in your behavior, like the things you are doing. So confidence could be such as, let's say, it could be anything, but we're gonna maybe go with your, ooh, let's go with this. Let's go with taking taking on a task. Like, are you the person who will walk away from something that's challenging? Or are you a person to sit down in a problem and try to solve it? So those type of behaviors, you know, being able to sit in it and deal with it and problem solve it out. And your confidence could also show up in your body language, how you walk. You know, are you walking with your head up, or are you walking with your head down? And then if you are walking with your head down, why is that? You know, and how you speak. You know, if somebody's asking a favor and you're like, oh, I'm not sure I could do it, or if they're asking you about something that you are good at and you're doubting yourself with that, you know, why is that? Why are you not like, oh, I got this. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah, let's plan it out. You know, so that speaks to your confidence of how confident you are in doing something, being great at it, and starting it. And through self love, your self esteem grows, which can turn into confidence. Taking that time out to get to know yourself, like, things you like and things you don't like. So if you're in a situation and somebody be like, oh, do you like this? Or, you don't have to be like, oh, I'm not sure. Because then they're going to be like, what do you mean? You don't know if you like this or not. Now if you haven't done it or haven't had that experience, then that's okay. But if you had and you're still not sure if you like something or not, that's something to think about. Is how much time do you spend with yourself and understanding what brings you peace and what brings you joy. And another thing is accepting your faults, because as people, we're not perfect. We're not going to get everything correct the first time, the second time, maybe even the third time. We may get things wrong a lot, but being able to come back from it and being able to accept that it happened and then being able to move forward, that's your power. That's you continuing to show up for yourself And then once you're able to show up for yourself, it's easier to show up for the people. And once we like ourselves, it's easier to like other people. You know? However, our some stuff could be damaged, you know. We'll go back to it again through the unhealthy relationships. Like if somebody had been through verbal or physical abuse, like it could be emotional too. Um, or even spiritual, you know, that could harm somebody's self-esteem. But this all begins with what we tell ourselves. And sometimes it's during the bad things, and sometimes it's during the times we mess up. What do we say to ourselves? You know, and if you are saying something negative to yourself, can you challenge those negative thoughts? You know, can you ask yourself, why am I doing this? And how can I change it? Those are important. Those things are very important to help with your healing and help with your self love. So I think I'll end with this question. Can you change if you're not happy? So that's just something to think about. And I think we'll end this episode here. So thank you for listening. And, we'll end off, of course, with if anybody wants individual or couples therapy, send me an email. I could do that in the state of Maryland. It could be maybe virtual or face to face. We'll see. That has to be a discussion. Um, or if anybody's struggling with behaviors, like maybe we have certain habits that we're trying to get rid of, I could help with that. And I could do that all over the US. So that's not really an issue with that. Um, and yeah, shout out to the Black Olympians, like all of them. The ones from the US, um, the Black Olympians in the Caribbean, on the continent, like all over Africa, like all over Africa, all over the continent of Africa. Um, the Afro Brazilians, shout out to all the Black Olympians. Shout out to them. We gotta show love to them. And we're also gonna show love to the Grapevine. This is another um, group of Black content creators. So we definitely want to show them love. So I'll put their information in the description, and I'll put everybody else in the information in the description. So please check out the people and let's support each other, because I definitely want to build a village of Black content creators so that we're supporting each other. And I'll probably, you know, want to build that support system, because sometimes Black content creators, they need other people to talk to. Sometimes they need that help. Sometimes they need that energy boost to keep going, or they need to brainstorm with somebody. So it's to help bring people together and unite people. So, that's definitely one of my main goals. But we'll definitely end here and check back in next week. So, y'all definitely have a good rest of the day or night. And I'll be talking with y'all soon. Thank you.
Our lives filled with drama. Our homes, they feel empty. Our dreams slowly shattered, and our bodies are bruised and battered. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach a lesson? Is there a way for a few to commit? Oh, why do we wait to repaint the world? When the world loses color, it's our goal to paint them back. Yeah, yeah. When the world loses color, it's our goal to paint them back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our emotions have no home. Our feelings have no home. Our beautiful women can't see the beauty in them. Our men are not standing strong. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach a lesson?